You know what? I totally fucking forgot I made that.
Yeah, man. Loving that. Loving that intro. Loving that intro. It really gets me into this chair that I was in anyway, you know. But that's absolutely fine. I'm feeling fine. I'm not looking fine. My color is washed out for some reason. My camera's not looking so hot. I've got so many light sources in this room, and it's worse than it's ever been. You know, maybe
Oh,
I was the light all along. Who
I'm
knows?
sat in front of one massive fucking window, so it's just natural light here. So
You look fantastic. He's drying out his Superman cape on the radiator behind him.
I fucking knew. I fucking knew as soon as like that was put there, he's gonna bring up the fucking towel. It's just like, yeah, he's got a Superman cape in the background. Look at him, fucking nerd.
Oh, mate, fucking jumping out the bath, fucking bubbles on Speedo trunks. You know what I mean? And then just nothing but a towel, just
Oh,
running around. Just,
nothing but a towel.
mate,
Can't be,
obviously it's good
can't be
timing.
worse.
We are talking about Superman nearly
Yes.
a week later.
Mm-hmm.
But who cares? Who cares? Nobody else has been talking about it, so we needed to come in and fill the fucking void, didn't we?
Well, no one we know of, and
We
people
need
on
to
the
get
internet.
up in there uninvited, like Guy Gardner's big green fist. So other than that,
Worst haircut known to fucking cinema.
uh,
Jesus Christ.
we are going to talk about it. We'll talk about the haircut for sure. Because yeah, it's worth talking about. In fact, we're just going to do an hour on Guy Gardner's hair.
No.
No, we're not. We are going to do full spoiler review. We probably won't even bother like doing non-spoiler and then spoiler because it's been out for a while now. So we'll just go.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you've not seen the movie, that's kind of your fault. So,
And it also, if you are watching this, well done, well done. Do click
thanks.
a like, click a subscribe. I mean, click an incognito tab, have a little fumble, whatever you want. Just click us first before you click yourself. You know what I mean? Click, 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 click. Teaspoon on the monitor. You know how it goes, McManus. Anyway, my God, it's been a while, so a little bit out of sorts. It's very warm. It's very warm, and I'm very confused. And
I'm confused. Days. I want to go home.
I do want to go home. Yes, in fact, I want to make a home so I can go to it. Actually, but at least I do have one, unlike certain Kryptonian bitch. But anyway,
Hey.
all right. No, I'm not precluding my thoughts on the movie in any way.
Fucking baby didn't put himself in a fucking rocket, did he?
Well,
wasn't his choice. Leave off.
Like, I'm holding off. I'm holding off because there's so many things to unpack. All right, but anyway, before we do that, let's warm up if it's not warm enough already. And what have you been up to, McManus? What's been on your agenda this week, or since the last time we did anything?
I've had my kid for a week, and then I knew I wasn't going to have my kid for a week, and then I went and bought Stranger Things 2, and it made my grown ass self fucking cry ridiculous amounts over a fucking game.
I didn't even know there was a game.
Yeah. No, not Stranger Things, but I said Stranger Things, didn't I?
You mean Death Stranding, don't you?
Death Stranding 2. Fucking idiot.
Okay. Yeah, I never played it, but I've heard a little bit about it. But I don't know. Yes. You're a Just Eat man on a bike in an apocalypse or something.
You're Daryl Dixon and you're like a glorified future postman. basically,
Yeah.
where no one can live above ground, but you're a dead man that can always bring yourself back to life. And
So if it's an apocalypse, why are we still getting posed? Like, what's that about? You know what I mean?
It's the only way people can get what they need, because there's no such thing as Wi-Fi. Everything on like above ground's been fucking destroyed, or they're
So
living in bunkers.
how do they order what they need? How does he know what he's delivering? What's his GPS situation? Like this, I've got so many questions.
Yeah.
What's with the baby in the capsule? What's he doing?
Yeah, the baby is like Schrodinger's cat, is basically half dead and half alive at the same time.
And it all rides on you.
And it's just a fucking lot, man. I've really, really enjoyed this game. I figured out how the photo mode works the other night, and I figured out I can do some dastardly things with this fucking photo maker. It's like you really shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. It's probably good that there's no Wi-Fi, because you get cancelled with all your fucking weird undead baby pictures that you're taking. You know what I mean?
Don't. There's even there's a part in this game where you get a capsule that looks like a coffin, but you can use it as a surfboard. Yeah, right, let that cook your noodle for a second. And then if you fall asleep in front of the fucking thing, the guy you're fighting comes out of it, grabs you, and then tentacles start forming around each other, and then both tentacles go in each dude's mouth, and then he wakes up. He just that's just the time you're like, fuck this game, I've played this way too much, I'm putting this down, good night.
Because when there's no internet, you just need to make real life hentai, I guess, in that universe. You know,
it's from the guy who made Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it's Hideo Kojima. Yeah.
Yes, and he got booted out of his own company, and basically went, "You'll be nothing without this company," and he just went, "Bitch, watch me." And these games have just gone fucking haywire.
I mean, I've never played it. I've only heard about it, but I'm just like, he's known for like, his innovation and like developing like new interesting gameplay mechanics. And then this one's just, you ride a bike, take thing to place. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what makes it good? Like, it's no action in it, is there? It's all just running around.
No, there is action. You come across bandits. You have the opportunity to sneak or just run head first into them.
Can you do a drive-by on your bike?
You can't shoot from the bike on this one. Well, not that I figured out yet. No, but you can shoot from your truck.
Okay, so if there's trucks, why is there a big deal about the bikes then? Why are you not doing
the trucks are way slower, but they can put more shit in the back. So you can take, if you get to a destination, yeah, you have orders for other people at that destination you've just unlocked. So you can put instead of going from backwards and forth for one fucking piece, like parcel, you can just throw all this shit in the back like a UPS driver, and just you have to be really gradual on delivering this stuff, because if you want, like a UPS driver, if you want to go down a fucking mountain, and it will fuck all your cargo up. And if you're walking, you have to have the right amount of cargo on your back, otherwise you'll walk really slow, you'll slip whenever there's fucking rain. Cold. Yeah, and you'll be surprised where this game tells you to fucking go. It literally is like, take all this cargo, it's about 200 kilograms, but we want you to go to the top of the fucking mountain. And it's like, have fun. Oh, thanks.
I just don't get it. I don't really play a lot of games anyway, but I'm just like,
even fucking Norman Reedus doesn't even play it, and he's the main doesn't get it. He's the main fucking character. Hiro Kojima just gives him like, oh, this is it. You need to hold the baby. Now start crying. Now look up there. It's just like, he goes, cool. And I don't understand this. I love you. I get what you're saying. Like, you're a visionary, but I don't get what you're fucking doing.
I mean, Norman Reedus don't look like he gets much of anything, to be honest. Least of all shampoo. So I know that's a low blow, but come on, man, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah, but
Walking Dead, I'll let it slide.
I was surprised how fast I completed the storyline, to be honest, because I got to the end fight, like, oh, is that it? And I went onto the home screen on my PlayStation and just went, yeah, you played this for 65 hours. Like, fuck.
It strikes me as one of them games where it's like 10% story and then like 98%.
Yeah, I've got
bullshit.
Yeah, I've been going around. You've got to add all your materials that you get that are like metal, ceramics, chemicals. You'll have them planting around in these little waypoints, but each waypoint is a different one. It's either a mine or like you'll have the opportunity to put your materials into building a road halfway through the desert. Like the one I posted on Instagram yesterday, I was like, fuck, I've got a road and it's got my name on it. Like, do you know how hard that is to get your actual a road with your name on it in a fucking Death Stranding server? It just doesn't fucking happen. Because every time you put your materials, someone's got there first, built the fucking road first, and then like you just wasted all your fucking materials just to build a road so you can like claim it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't been able to commit really to any game since my PS4 died, and
rest in peace.
And you can't transfer your hard drive, so it's like, well, all that's gone then, I guess. So unless you back it up to the cloud, but obviously I can't do that now, can I? I can't go back and back it up. It's like if you weren't doing it. Oh well, anyway,
my cloud storage got fucking full, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to pay more.
There's too many fucking hurdles, man. There's more hurdles in just trying to manage playing modern games than there is like storyline in the actual fucking game. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah, guess what I downloaded after I completed Death Stranding 2 though.
Go on.
I got the new Diablo game, and I was like, I knew as soon as I downloaded this, it was like, I just asked for this, didn't I? I just asked. I'm gonna get my fucking ass handed to me. Because when I start playing, it's ridiculous gore.
Mate, I'm just getting my feel playing Burnout Revenge or whatever it is. I downloaded that on an emulator, so I've just been playing Burnout because I like a driving game where the main focus is crashing. That works for me.
Pure
that fits
distraction.
right into that fits right into my sensibility, and then I can just grind into the barrier at the edge of the road and just ride it round like a fucking,
what is the one
rail.
What is the Burnout where you just press X and you have the opportunity just to fuck that person up?
Oh, mate, you can like every time you crash, you can hold a button.
Yes,
and you can like go into slow motion and like
you can move your car over.
Yeah, you can aim your car like a fucking weapon into where you think the other drivers are going to be behind you,
and it's just fucking destruction.
Yeah, so you don't even need to be that good, man. You just stay slightly ahead, and then every time you crash, you just hold everyone else up, so you can just crash every 2 minutes, and just slowly just grind your way around with everyone else just slowly getting pushed back up.
There's another Burnout, I think, is got to be one of them. I think it's Burnout Barn Finds or something like that. I'm not sure what the name is, but
No
literally
idea. It's
you
a
have a
bunch of
whole
different
map.
ones.
I don't think it's Paradise. I think it's after Paradise. I think.
Oh, Paradise was the last one I played. I think that was like Xbox 360
Mm.
era, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, this one you had a whole map of the country, and literally just go around to barns, and you'd be the amount of old cars they just give you, and you'd have to do them up, put new engines, new wheels, like totally up to you. I've totally fucking forgotten what that's called now.
Yeah, that's where I'm out. Like when it starts getting too technical, oh, I've got to fucking make sure I've got the right tires. But oh, I can't have those tires with the good engine. I've got to have the bad engine and the good tires, and then maybe a spoiler does something I don't know, and then my fucking axles and my chassis or whatever. What the fuck are we talking about, man? Just give me a fucking wooden plank with one wheel on it, and I'll just push me down a hill, mate. I just don't care. I'm tired of spending all my gaming time in menus. You know, like I'm just crafting shit, man. What's the fucking? If I buy the game, you better fucking craft the shit for me. It better be in the game. I don't want to be fucking running around.
I don't need to do the work. You do it for me.
BMX, and I'm fucking collecting ceramics and copper wiring, and I've got to figure out how to make a fucking machine gun out of it. Like, put the machine gun in the game and let me get on with my business, mate. Just fucking let me get on with it, because no more menus.
Just reminds me of fucking playing GTA 5 online. I bought everything on that fucking game online you could possibly get. I've got people that build my own fucking cars for me now. It's like, oh, do you want to pay 2 million for these people to build your cars? So I don't do it. Fuck yeah, take it.
Mate, I haven't done GTA since like 4, probably.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm certainly not waiting for fucking 6.
Waiting outside fucking Blockbuster for number 5.
Crazy.
That's how long that ago that fucking was.
Yeah, may Blockbuster and my PS4 have a wonderful time overcharging in the afterlife. So I'll tell you what, I watched. Have you seen Smile, McManus?
Fuck yeah.
I watched Smile 2 a couple of nights ago.
Oh, the ad for Foss Water.
Yes, it is a little bit like that. It is a little bit like that, but it's on Amazon Prime, and I was like, yeah, I'll give this a go. I thought the first one was fine. Like, I annoyed myself because the biggest jump scare in the trailer, I knew it was coming in the movie, and it fucking still got me with the head in the car window. Oh, you know what I mean? Where it swings down like a pendulum. Right, and it still fucking got me in the movie, even though that was the main hook of the
I like calling when the jump scares come in, and each time that movie had to go, fuck.
But they didn't get me of any of them in the second one. They tried. There's a few like ones where they're like trying to make it like, oh, this is the new iconic jump scare. None of it really happened for me. You know what I mean?
With Smile 2, it's kind of fool me once.
Yeah, exactly.
Fool me twice.
I thought it was pretty good though, man. They definitely put a lot more money into it than they did the first one.
Yeah, you can tell.
She's driving around on highways. They're filming like full-on like concert musical numbers and all of that stuff. I thought what's her name? Naomi Scott was like really fucking good in it. Like she's basically playing Lady Gaga. It seems like it's very Lady Gaga, and like I thought, it was like if you took all the Smile stuff out of it, or that, yeah. But if you took all of the horror stuff out of it and just played that as like an intense drama about the pressures of being fucking Lady Gaga or whatever, I think that would still work really well. I think it was a little bit too long and a little bit too. Like it's like 3 or 4 of the fucking musical numbers in there. It's like, okay. I mean, they're not full on like musical numbers, but it's like, yeah, we get it. She's rehearsing and she's performing and she's stressed and she's gonna die. And yeah, like I thought it dragged out a little bit too long. Pretty good. And I'll tell you what, if they do a Smile 3, there's gonna be a lot of smiley faces. You know what I mean? Because they set that shit up for like, you know, it's going to be the end game of the Smile universe. Just portals going to be opening up, and fucking Jack Nicholson's going to come fucking out of there, and you know,
that guy looks way too much like his dad, and is like,
yeah,
it's like, don't do that again. Just don't smile like that.
There's a lot of different. There's a nice variety of smiles in it. I'll give them that. Not a couple of them didn't really have that good a smile, but they're like, oh, well, this actor's in the movie. Let's give him a smile bit. You know what I mean? But that scene with all the backup dancers in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some creepy shit. They're all coming at you like it's a mix of between Silent Hill and West Side Story. You know, and they're just like, mate, that shit fucking got under my skin a little bit. I'll give it that.
See, when it comes to Silent Hill, I don't know if I'll be more petrified or just start fucking hacking. That's an easy way to fucking die real quick for a stupid reason.
Yeah, I mean, be honest, if I'm in Silent Hill, I'm going to be so engrossed in one of these fucking faceless nurses that I won't even hear Pyramid Head coming up behind me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
just to rip your flesh off like a paper towel.
You've got to, man. You're like, well, they've got no eyes, they've got no mouth, they've got no ears. Does the carpet match the drapes?
Fucking hell.
Let me find out. Let me find out just a little bit.
Then you get a rusty scalpel in the ear.
Like, my wife's already dead. I'm lost in a fucking mystical, fucking foggy representation of my trauma and nightmares. I don't even know if I'm alive anymore. I might as well try and have a crack at one of these nurses. Might as well. Tell me you wouldn't. I don't want to live in that universe. Just fucking let me go out trying. You know what I mean?
A room full of crazy nurses with no faces, twitching with rusty scalpels in their hands. Like, you kind of just go, close the door on them and fuck off.
No face means no passive aggressive side glances. It means no staring me down when I make inappropriate comments over dinner. Just smooth face equals smooth sailing, mate. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you might lose a couple of the perks, but she won't answer back either. So happy days, McManus. That's why it's Silent Hill. I want my woman to be like a Silent Hill. Just two hills, no mouth. You know what I mean? Moving on. What else did I watch? This is a couple of weeks ago now, few weeks. But I did we didn't get a chance to talk about Final Destination either. Did you watch it? Bloodlines.
I didn't. I have not seen it yet.
Oh,
there's a whole fucking thing. Reason why this, I got dumped, so my whole plans like kind of just went fucking sideways. So I've not seen it yet.
I didn't even know you had a thing going on.
Well, yeah, no, it's kind of thing. And it was and it wasn't. And yeah.
Okay, we don't have to do this now?
No.
Is that what they said? Anyway, carrying on. We'll anyway. The Final Destination Bloodlines is decent. I didn't realize this until like a little while ago when I rewatched a bunch. I'm like, you know what? This might be like one of my favorite like horror franchises. This might, you know, outside of like Freddy, who, you know, runs deep, but
Mm-hmm.
out like a lot of the newer, I'm like, this is pretty good, man. It knows what it is. I think the only like, because they're all kind of bad, like on purpose, it seems. The only one that doesn't seem like it's bad on purpose and is just bad, I think it's like number 4, which was the 3D one or whatever. But I think the rest of them are pretty solid. And yeah, Bloodlines takes it in like, it definitely expands on the lore, and it takes it in a slightly different direction. It adds a little bit of a new rule. You can't fuck with it too much, you know what I mean? But also you do need to, you can't just keep doing Final Destination. You need to like find a slightly different angle.
I did love how in the first 3, well, just how they would set up like the kills by everything knocking into each other, you know, like a set of dominoes.
Yeah.
I liked in the special features and how many times the directors would fucking complain. It's like, do you know how long it take to get this fucking shot, to get one hook, to hit one clip?
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's pretty funny, actually. Like, you just like, you know, you're in the hardware store and you like got to knock like a box of nails off the shelf, and then you've got to hope that they scatter in the right way or whatever. Yeah. I mean, now you would probably just fucking CG it, but back then, and this new one it's not overly. There's a massive like opening scene, because obviously the opening scenes are quite, you know, iconic. They really push the boat out. It goes on for a long time. There's a lot of different elements, and there's like the location. I won't spoil it. It's like a big. It's quite effects heavy, but it's not bad. It's pretty well done. And
I think I've seen some parts of the opener, which is the spinning restaurant.
Yeah, big spinny tower restaurant. Yeah. And a lot of stuff happens, and it's like, yeah, and as the name implies, it like ties into like, it's like a whole family tree kind of set up. It does connect into the other ones. Actually, yeah, it quite heavily ties into the other ones, but not in a way that like is distracting or takes you away from it. But if you pay attention to like,
if it's done right, it's gonna. Well, if it's done right, you're gonna be more engaged in it, aren't you? If it brings it back to the original movies in some way, you can be like, oh shit.
Yeah, it does kind of have a piece to it where it like ties into like the overall narrative of like the whole franchise. But again, it's not like, it doesn't take over the movie, and it's very much like it does the way that it's shot as well, like the color palette and like the grainy darkness. It does have that kind of early 2000s like modern horror remake feel to it, you know, like they all kind of have that grey browny kind of look to them, you know, like the old when they remade Texas Chainsaw and the Rob Zombie Halloweens. They've all got a very distinct like vibe to them. It does kind of feel like that. I don't know if it's on purpose, but it does feel like,
most probably, yeah, it probably is.
It feels like, I mean, it's weird to say the word gritty reboot, because it's like they're horror films, they're kind of gritty in the first place, but it does kind of feel like a gritty reboot of you know, because they're all quite bright and colourful if you watch those old ones. Like, despite the fact that everyone's getting their head sliced in half or whatever, it's pretty bright and colourful. But this one, yeah, it's very kind of solemn, and I think in some parts it almost takes itself a little bit too seriously, whereas the other ones, it's like it's serious, but like in a very soap opera-y kind of teen drama way, which makes it like funny. This one doesn't quite have as much of the humor. There's a couple of kills that definitely have humor to them, but it's not like the acting and the relationships between the characters is actually kind of more, you know, taking a more grounded approach, which I don't know. It might work for you, it might not. But definitely watch it. I don't know. It's probably on streaming by now, I reckon.
Yeah, no, it's on Prime to buy.
Oh, yeah, you can buy it or rent it or whatever.
Yeah, but it was Tony Todd's last cameo, wasn't it?
It is that if that doesn't get you in the feels, you are not human. It is.
No, I've seen the Tony Todd cameo, yeah, and it's just.
Did you just say Tiny Todd?
Tony Todd, fucking Tiny Todd.
He sounded like you said Tiny Todd.
He was not tiny in any way, shape, or form.
No, big presence, big legacy. You know, no disrespect, Tony Todd. He would fuck me up any day. I mean, not now, but he could.
Fucking.
Maybe he still will. I don't know. Maybe that shit was a documentary in Candyman. I don't know.
Oh, don't start that shit. I watched that movie at a way too young age. Way too young.
I saw it relatively young, and I still haven't. I really like those movies. I still haven't seen the remake, which I heard was like a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, so I don't know. But I'll tell you what, sometimes certain characters, McManus, they just like to keep bringing them back. Different versions, different flavors of the same fucking ice cream over and over and over and over again. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Let's see what we think about this, because I'm talking, obviously, title of the episode. Superman. And if you didn't like my version of the score, then don't watch this movie, because you will hear it a lot. And yeah, so the last couple of films that we talked about, like the superhero ones, we've kind of gone back and forth. Either one of us usually really likes it and the other one just not feeling it. We had Deadpool, Wolverine, Thunderbolts, which I'm still blown away that you didn't like. Maybe if it maybe when it's out on, maybe when it's out streaming, maybe you might watch it again. I don't know.
It's already out streaming. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Okay, well maybe we won't come back and talk again about that.
I'll get round to watching it again.
Anyway, James Gunn, Superman, been out a week, the long-awaited reboot of a new DC universe. You know, because nobody liked, or some people did. I don't want to say nobody, because there's a whole lot of people that really stand by that Snyder stuff. Which fucking is fine. Just, you know, like what you like. Just don't be a dick about it. Right, that's fine. It's fine if you like that one. It's fine if you like this one. So don't come at me if I may or may not say anything negative about this movie. If you like this movie, because the people defending this movie with the positivity are almost like as bad as the fucking negative Snyder people. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't know how much time you spend.
Bring the fucking heat.
Bring the heat. All right, bring the heat, Vision.
I want that smoke.
Anyway, so allegedly this film had a budget of 250 million plus like 100+ million marketing budget. The marketing for this has been ridiculous. So to be honest, I was kind of sick of hearing about it. It was everywhere. You're buying toothpaste, there's Superman. You're watching the cooking channel, there's Superman. There's like UFC and WE Superman promo things that they're doing.
I went to go get a fucking top from Tesco's today because I knew I know that they'll be jumping, them or Asda will be jumping on the fucking Superman bandwagon somewhere.
Superman working at the counter.
Yeah, no. I was like, oh, they're gonna have t-shirts and shit, because you know when they have random t-shirts that are cool, when you just like, I'm not gonna buy it. I would have bought that like any other time, but it's now like bastards. So I've figured, oh, they're gonna have one. No, don't go in there. The only thing I see that has Superman in the entire fucking shop is Superman shreddies. Like
super shreddies.
Super fucking shreddies.
Is it just Superman on the box, or are they actually shreddies? Are they in the shape of the thing?
Oh, fuck off, Dean. They wouldn't go through that much effort. You know, they'd be gone if someone would have.
$100+ million marketing budget, and you can't give me a shreddy in the shape of a fucking S. It's shreddy. It fucking writes itself. Come on. I would give myself diabetes for them.
That's way too much attention to detail,
shapes,
that one.
Fucking hell. Come on. Come on, James. Restore the
Yeah.
shreddy cut. Let's go. You know what I mean?
So that's the only thing I saw in the entire shop that had
Okay.
Superman on it. I was like, for shame. You people should be ashamed of yourselves.
That's
You know how good this movie is?
Well, don't play your cards too early, will you? So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, so I didn't love the trailers. I love that they say they wanted to do like a hopeful version, a version that's all about kindness and positivity, and you know, it's throwing you into an established DC universe and all of that stuff. I love all of the sound of that. That's music to my ears. You know, based on like sort of how disjointed the last attempt was, and like we had Superman, then we quickly throwing a Batman, and then it all kind of just spiraled out of control. So it's like, okay, that's the right approach to this. By the way, so far this film's made $232 million worldwide. If it wants to be breaking even or maybe making a profit, it needs to be getting to like 600 plus, which I don't know if it's gonna. I think it's had a really strong opening. I don't know if a lot of like casual non-comic book just movie going people are gonna like this, because there's a lot of crazy wild stuff going on.
Yeah, it just depends on how long like people are gonna ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've got Fantastic Four coming out in like a week or so. People are still going to see Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. And again, like the DC quality and box office has been pretty wild and erratic, you know, like, and then even something that was really good, McManus, like Thunderbolts, didn't make any fucking money hardly at all. And you know, that was reviewed really well. So I'm interested to see what it does in that regard. I want it to make money. Like, I hope it does well, because I want to see more stuff that's like this, you know, with all the crazy different stuff, like elements from like the 70s comics and the, you know, and all the weird like fringe characters. Like the fact that we got Metamorpho in this, thought was pretty cool. But without getting ahead of myself, McManus, this movie starts, he's getting his fucking ass kicked down into the ground. We don't even really see it. We just see him just pinging off of some big man's fist into a fucking avalanche.
Well, it's just basically it just starts off with, look, this is what you fucking need to know.
I get what they were trying to do, but I thought the wording of it was like it could have been written a bit smoother. It was very like I thought it was very on the nose and like a bit, you know, like
well, 30 years ago, this kid fell to earth, and today he just got his ass kicked for the first time.
Yeah, but it was just a bit where it's like 300 years ago we had the first metahumans, and it ushered us into a new age of gods and monsters. I'm like, it just, I don't know, it felt like a children's fantasy book opening. You know what I mean? Like I felt it could have been, I don't know, it didn't quite work for me, but I appreciate that they're setting it up. I don't think you needed it. I think if you just throw us into the world, it's pretty obvious that everything's like all crazy and super and technology and monsters and all of that stuff is already there. I think, and I don't think you need to explain it. And I think that I'm trying not to start off with negatives. I'm really trying not to. But I think this movie just does that throughout the whole thing. It's very exposition. Everyone just says like the most basic, simple version of what they're thinking or how they're feeling. Plot beats are just kind of spelled out by supporting characters with like no personality and all of that. But I'm trying not to start with negatives. I'm trying not to start. I will say this. I think the performances are very good. I think all the actors are very good. I think the chemistry between them is all very good. I think the CGI is pretty, considering that there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it. Like, even the fucking dog ain't a real dog. Like, you could have just put a real dog in there and put the little dots on his back for the cape or whatever. But no,
he technically is, but he's not.
But they scanned a real dog and then made a CG model and put him in the movie. Like, but you wouldn't know that if you're watching it. It all looks fucking fantastic. And yeah, I really liked a lot of the supporting characters, apart from a couple. Again, I don't think it's the actors. Like, the performances are all really good. I think the chemistry with Rachel Brosnahan and David Cohen pretty solid. Like, I believe them as being like in the early stages of a relationship. Like, they're comfortable, but there's still things are coming up that is like causing tension, and they're not fully on each other's level, but they're like almost there. I really believed all of that. Nicholas Hoult. Go on.
No,
you
carry on.
Oh, okay. So Nicholas Hoult is like, he's really intense and he's really committed to it, and he's pretty good. I just feel like it was a bit one note for the most part. I didn't get any light and shade from him. It was all just, I'm an angry, screaming man baby.
I'm Lex Luthor and I'm a dick. That's what I got from it.
Villain. We know he's the villain. He's called Lex Luthor. It's a Superman movie. I don't know. I could have done with a bit more nuance to it, to be honest. I did like his performance though, like for what it was, like just like all out like cartoon, you know, stereotype, like evil genius character. Like, mind you, he didn't seem that smart, but generally, like, I thought he was really good.
How did you like him compared to Jesse Eisenberg?
Oh, see, I don't want to get into that comparison because, I mean, obviously that's a very different version.
Flame these fires.
At least he had a bit. He had like different volumes and settings. You know what I mean?
Layers.
He had a bit more like layers to him. It's like you didn't know sort of how he was going to deliver a line as he's saying it. Whereas this one, it was just like, yeah, we get it. He's sucking on a lemon the whole time. And the one note that he does it really well. I didn't feel like we didn't get enough variation out of him until right up at the end when he's got the tears, and it's like, it's not even tears because he's upset. It's just like tears of just frustration. Like, I thought that was really effective, even though I don't know if Lex should be crying out of frustration or anything. But for this version, I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Because he's a petulant fucking child. That is literally what he is. He's a petulant child. I said this in a comment. Like, he's a petulant child with a big fucking pram and way too many fucking toys. That is what he's like. And because he's not gotten his own way, he can't fucking stand it. It is literally that about Lex Luthor. And everyone asked me about, I don't know what the fucking argument was, but it's to do with him, like, with the pocket dimension. And it's like, why is everyone so fucking afraid of Lex? It's because everyone knows about the pocket dimension and they don't want to be thrown into it. So like, he'll bribe anyone until he goes, that's it, I'm throwing yourself into a pocket dimension. Bang, see you later.
But also, he won't just like throw you in a fucking pocket dimension and like throw a tantrum. Like he will kill a fool.
Yeah,
Which
it will shoot an absolute. He will shoot an unnamed civilian in the face just to prove a point, just so he fucking can.
That took me off guard, not only for like the character doing that, because obviously, you know, he's like a rich public figure. He's got to like keep up some appearances, but I guess he's in a pocket dimension, so he can do whatever he wants. But also, just in terms of like the tone of the movie, that felt like almost a little bit out of place. Though it was that was pretty dark. Like,
yeah, it was supposed to be, because it's him proving, like, him going, I don't care, I can fucking do this to anyone.
Yeah.
Wait till we find your fucking parents. Find his fucking parents. And it's like, oh, you leave him alone, you son of a bitch.
But other, like, move away from Lex Luthor, like, talk a little bit more about
Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, that's a new one.
Lex Luthor. A little bit more about how did you feel about like the characterization of Superman? Like, they made a point, like, he's very relatable, you know, he's got the different sides with the Clark Kent and the Superman, but he's also, I thought maybe he was a little bit too relatable, like when he's saying, like, he kept saying, like, with the dog's biting him, he's like, dude. I'm like, I don't know if Superman needs to be saying dude.
He is literally Smallville, just gotten out of fucking college, mate. That is what he is like. He's trying to do good, like, the best he fucking can. And he's grown up here. He's got the mannerisms. He can't fucking help himself but to say it.
I know
he's not that old. He's not that man or still yet. He is Superman.
He's only 3 years into it, but I was like, I would have liked him to have anything been a bit more like, golly gosh, you know, like, and as opposed to, like, you know, he got kind of like worked up and erratic. I would like him to be a bit more zen and like stoic. Again, he doesn't have to.
What does he say at the end of the movie when Mr. Terrific is just like, when they're looking at the crack in the wall? And he's like,
oh, don't even fucking get me started on that crack in the wall. We'll get to that.
What do you want me to do?
We'll get to the crack in the wall, McManus. Trust me. But overall, you like the personality and how they did it.
Yeah,
let me flip it on you. You asked me about fucking Eisenberg. You take this version over the Cavill version. If you gun to your head, you got to pick one. Not the movie, but just like the way that he plays it.
It's weird because I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I really can't. No, it's fucking hard.
Right, no, I'm not going to make you do it because we don't want to get too caught up in the comparisons between the old and the new. I just wanted to.
I'll throw my hands up saying I'm a Snyder fan. I love them fucking movies. I do, but I'm also not gonna bitch about it. I did do when I found out fucking Cavill. When I found out Cavill got actually released after Black Adam from DC, and I saw that, and I made a TikTok about it being a shit decision. But also, I found out when James Gunn was making a DC movie, I was like, well, fuck, it's a James Gunn movie making Superman.
Oh, it's definitely a James Gunn movie.
Exactly. And I was like, I can't say shit because it's James Gunn. And ever since I found his first movie by accident, by the way, which was Sliver.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Like,
I don't love Slither as much as a lot of people do, but Super is like one of my favorite movies, like of all time. I think that is so effective, and that was the one that gave me hope for this. Where it's like it's so like heavy and like heartfelt, and it managed to have like a lot of humor with a lot of darkness, and you know a lot of different tones weaved throughout it, and it managed to do all of that really well and like really get to the heart of the characters like by the end of it or throughout as well. But yeah, this movie is definitely more Guardians 2 than it is Slither or Super. I'll tell you that much. Like this is, and a lot of the jokes I didn't really find them that funny. I didn't.
I was
really worked for me.
I was cracking up because there is, if you notice, there are so many times James Gunn has just gone. Just like at other fucking people, and it's just like, if you get it, you fucking get it. Like if you don't,
did you see?
Look it
up. Somebody posted a screenshot from the movie. You know where Lex Luthor's got all the monkeys running the online hate campaign. If you somebody managed to get a screenshot and they zoomed in, and on one of the computer screens, one of the monkeys is writing like, "I hate this Superman. Where's the Man of Steel?"
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's a little on the nose, but it was like well tucked away in the background, like that was funny.
Super shit.
I did like that. Yeah, #super shit. I did like that Lex Luthor had an army of like monkeys running. Like that was very
because it was like, get it, army of monkeys. When you fucking fired me from Marvel, you dicks.
But that moment was funny, and the joke that got me the most, and I'm going to use this as a segue as well, is when towards the end of the movie, you know, the kids putting the flag in, and they're hoping Superman's going to show up, but Superman can't show up because he's busy with the fucking big crack in the city or whatever, which we'll get to that. And then eventually the kid's almost given up, and then the other character show up, the Justice Gang, and Guy Gardner comes in. He's like, sorry, kid, Superman couldn't make it, but you got the upgrade. And I was like, okay, that was perfect. Because when we first got introduced to the characters, I thought I was going to hate Guy. I was like, I don't know if I can handle this like character. Like, it's a bit too. I get he's supposed to be a dickhead, but I was like, it's a bit too much. The hair was a little bit too much, right? And like the personality was too much.
He's not a horrible bastard.
No,
but I wouldn't go out. But I would still kick him in the dick.
he obviously he got made a Green Lantern for a reason, but he is a massive dickhead. But he's not a bad guy. He's just a dickhead. And by the end of the movie, I was sold on Guy Gardner. I thought, okay, that was effective. But with Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific, like Hawkgirl had like one moment at the end of the movie that didn't really have any setup at all. Like, okay, I get it. She's like a brutal warrior woman or whatever. But we didn't set that up in the earlier on in the movie for her to just like, oh, I'm not Superman, just drop the guy, which was satisfying. But it could have been more satisfying if we'd thrown some sort of hint in there that she would just like kill a fool, but we never actually see her do it until the end. And Mr. Terrific, I know I'm gonna get shit for this. Because everyone I've seen raving online about how Mr. Terrific is the standout of this movie, and he's getting his own show, and he's getting justice for X-Men First Class, and yada yada yada. Right? I'm sorry, but I might be the only one, and I'm not 100% qualified to speak on this. But Mr. Terrific was basically just token black man lines the whole fucking movie. Like, he had no depth. There was just not really much. I get his whole thing is being very like calm and cold and not a lot of person, but he could still have personality but be cold and calm. And then every now and then it's just, what's the skinny? Or damn, that's a flying dog. And I'm just like, really? That's the shit that he says the whole movie? Like, and he did have the best action scene. He did have the best action scene, but that action scene was also just Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
It feels it. There's been comparisons about this. There's actually been a couple of videos on TikToks of people putting clips together from movies that actually make up Superman, and it's like no context needed if you've seen Superman. And there's been a couple of fucking good ones, but yeah, I understand what you mean. It feels typecasting
a little bit. It's like, oh, just because he's the smart one, like that'll be enough to like get him through, and he is important to the plot. I don't love really the stuff that they do with him and Lois. Like,
I did like it when it like it's like, hey, you put nanobites in all your friends? I'll do it to everyone. God, it's like,
you know, he's like checking he's checking his turds when he gets home that day. You know what I mean? Like, he's having a little dig when he gets home. But yeah, and again, I love that they had all the throwing you into an established universe. We could have done with a little bit less of characters, and because again, there's a lot of stuff where it's like everyone gets like one setup and one payoff in the movie, and I would have preferred if everyone had like loads, like more like little setups building up to like the character, like with the Hawk Girl moment and the character getting the payoff at the end. With Metamorpho, like it was as soon as we see him in there, it's so obvious that this is the guy who's gonna like be in charge of keeping him there, but he's gonna turn to help him get out. Like we know that's gonna happen. And then the turn from him going to like being compliant in like kidnapping and murder to then being allowed to join the Justice Gang just felt very like sudden, and we didn't really see him do that much. We got like one shot of him like helping the kids in the foreign country with Bravia or whatever it is. Like we got one shot of him there helping out the Justice Gang, and like, yeah, I just feel like
that is a shit name. I will say, I will say that till I'm fucking blue in the face.
Yeah.
Justice Gang is a shit name.
It's stupid, and I hate that we get that before we get like a Justice League, because now it's like that in.
It's just a fucking running joke now that's never gonna die.
The Justice Gang is what should be like the shitty spin-off version of the Justice League, but now it's gonna when they get to the Justice League,
the superheroes who think they're superheroes but can't get shit done.
Yeah, but I did like elements of the talking about like Bravia and stuff. I did like some of like how they used like real world politics. Like it was very clearly supposed to be like, you know, Israel and Palestine, right? It was very obviously like that. Yeah. And I like that they threw some of the real world issues in there. I'll tell you what though, what I didn't like is Superman's pretty powerful, huh? What if he's not here for our best interest? What if he's here to take over? What if he's here to conquer and take humanity down? Really? What a good idea. I wonder if another thing could have discussed that at any point in fucking history. Ever. That's like every fucking Superman thing. The whole point of this was like, oh, this is the version where everyone likes Superman. He's hopeful. He's a beacon of trust and wholesomeness. Oh, and then we're just gonna fucking have the same real doubting and like questioning his purpose. I thought the whole point was supposed to be past that by now. We're 3 years in.
It goes on to the thing of scaremongering, doesn't it?
I know. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to do the whole like how like the social media and the mob mentality and all of
exactly.
Like,
you hear one thing that's fucking lies, but it turns out to be the truth, and the whole world lose their mind.
We've seen this though. We've seen this in Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. We've seen this in every other fucking thing with superpowered people. I'm just like, I thought this was the whole point of this universe, was that all this stuff this superhero shit has been going on for decades. Everyone's used to that by now. We're past that. There are other ways to create conflict. You know, Lex Luthor fucking taking Superman's dog, and Superman just comes crashing through the fucking window. I was like, oh fuck, I'm pissing my pants right now.
Yeah.
Like,
where's the dog, Luthor?
Conflict. Like, that scene should have gone on longer. That scene should have gone on longer. And I preferred that scene because the one later on towards the end, where again Superman has to spread it out, like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if you could just do good, Luthor, and just like have hope in humanity? It's like, yeah, we get the message of the movie, David. You don't need to fucking spread it out to us at the end. Like, we get it. And
I just like fucking Kal-El's trying to be all good and righteous, and the dog comes in like, fuck this guy.
I like, once maybe that's fine, but like we get that like 3 or 4 times in the movie. I'm like, come on, let Superman have one scene where he can just be like stoic and regal and dignified without having to fucking ruin it with a joke with the dog or whatever. I'm just like, and
no, fuck it. I liked it when Crypto rips Luthor a new one. I thought it's fucking hilarious.
I liked that.
Up there with Hulk
and Loki,
dealing Loki on his bullshit.
No, I liked that. I just didn't like all the stuff with Crypto and Superman. I didn't like how they characterized Superman regarding the dog. I also didn't like how they tied in with the Supergirl stuff at the end, right? Because don't get me wrong, I've been looking forward to the Supergirl movie more than I've been looking forward to Superman. I love that comic. I love the idea of like a harder-edged Kryptonian character. You know
who I want to fucking see in Supergirl.
Yeah, you're ready for that Lobo.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a Supergirl who's like, because we never see that with Superman in the movies, right? In the comics, he's like flying to other planets. He's going on like cosmic adventures. We'd never get that in the movie. So having Supergirl do that and a harder edge Supergirl would have been cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing how she's going to be when she gets into this movie. And
she don't give a fuck by the looks of it, mate.
Well, no, she doesn't. But in the books that they're basing the movie off of, the Woman of Tomorrow run, like she's very much like a hardened, like hard drinking veteran with like PTSD, and she's a bit of a bitch, and like cold, you know, distant. Like she's been through some shit. She's kind of mean to everyone.
She's older than Kal-El, isn't she?
She's technically older because she was a teenager on Krypton when it blew up, but because of the time dilation of when she got sent over, yada yada yada, she's now younger. But we didn't see much of her, obviously, in the movie. But it was just like, oh, she's just some like airheaded party sorority girl. I was like, I don't know if I like that characterization. I was hoping for a more brutal.
Yeah,
and she might be
the bit where she goes, "Thanks for caring for him, bitch." Like,
yeah, I don't. I thought they made him a bit too like Valley Girl-ish, as opposed to like, you know, she's been through some shit. She's a veteran of who's like watched all her friends and family die, and then she's had to deal with this new planet. She's had to deal with all these fucking battles and stuff in space. Like,
it's probably why, it's hence why the bitch comment. She's probably off her tits anyway.
I get what they're probably going to do. That her arc is going to be more like she's calling everyone bitch. She's getting drunk, fucking around, having fun. And then she's going to have to learn some like actual responsibility, right? When she goes into some shit.
Yeah,
but I would have
fuck up badly somewhere.
But I would have liked it where she was like hard and mean, and then the arc was that she had to learn to be a little bit softer as opposed to kind of going the other way. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own bias or expectation playing into it. But I'm still looking forward to it because I want to see. I think the costume looks great. She looks great. And it's a fantastic director who did I, Tonya and the Cruella movie, which was surprisingly good. And I, Tonya is incredible.
Hang on. So you haven't seen some of the best movies there are, but you've watched Cruella
twice.
Motherfucker.
Cruella.
Something fucking wrong with you.
Yeah, I know. Well, oh yeah. So the fucking crap scene, man. Like, I don't mind a humorous after credit scene. It doesn't all have to be like setting up massive fucking plot things. But I waited. That was a long fucking credits.
Yeah,
but
that
not even a funny joke.
It was
funny.
Such a trick on you guys. That was such a trick. It was like, hey, sat there for nothing, didn't you?
Yeah. I get. He's probably trying to establish that, like, in this universe, it's not always going to be like setting up what the next movie is. And I think there's enough stuff in the movie that could potentially set up stuff they could go with without it having to like take over, like, oh, look what we're going to do next kind of thing.
He explained it the other day. Actually, he explained, like he was forced to do end credit scenes to the movies he directed, and they didn't pay off. So he's like, I'm not fucking doing that with these movies.
I don't want to tie myself up because I don't know what the idea is going to be for the next one.
If it isn't going to tie up, I'm not going to put it into the movie. And if it is, then you're going to fucking see it. So there you go.
Right. So a couple more things, right? I want to talk about Ultraman in a sec.
Ultraman.
Because I think talking about like maybe where we could go, and I hope that maybe it is something that they're thinking about, because if it's not, I'm going to have an issue, but we'll get there. So I want to talk about Jimmy Olsen and Mrs. What's her name? What's her name? You know the woman. Techmesser or whatever her name is, right? Mrs. Techmesser? I don't know. Right. So the whole time she's taking stupid selfies in front of really important shit that's going on. You're like, this is stupid. Why would she be doing that?
I honestly think she was the dumbest person on the planet.
Right.
But carry on.
And then I like that payoff of like, oh no, she was actually doing that for a reason. Okay, here's my issue is that because she might be astute in that she's had the foresight to do that, but also she is like this typical, like, this blonde, airhead bimbo kind of character, which is absolutely fine to be that. You can be blonde, you can be fucking having a light-hearted good time and not worrying about like the meaning and life and the existence of the fucking universe or whatever. That's absolutely fine. But to get shafted with such a cold shoulder from boring ass Jimmy Olsen, who's just mean, dismissive, and fucking rude to her the whole goddamn movie, and he doesn't even have a payoff where he's like, oh, actually, maybe she's all right. He acknowledges that she helped solve the fucking case with the pictures and stuff, but he didn't give her no fucking accolade, barely a fucking smile. Like, dude, you were wrong. You were wrong. And you ain't that fun and you ain't that interesting to be so fucking condescending, right? He was so condescending to Herbert Manners. He was so fucking dismissive and condescending. And it's like, oh yeah, he's like this weird, like, normal dude who has these like hot women throwing himself. What personality? Like, he doesn't have to be fucking Brad Pitt. He doesn't have to be rich like Lex Luthor. But give him a personality. Let him have a quirk or sense of humor or something. He don't smile with nothing, and he's fucking blowing her off like she's the dickhead the whole time in a movie that's supposed to be about kindness, and we just treat her like a fucking dumb bimbo dickhead. And it's like, I thought it was pretty mean-spirited. You know what I mean? I thought the movie taking shots at like and just brushing her off like that, and even though she does like help solve the riddle of what the plan is like at the end of it, but none of the characters really stop to fucking give her credit for it. So I just feel like the movie just shits on that poor woman the whole fucking time, and it's supposed to be about acceptance and wholesomeness, and we're just fucking treating her like we're in the 1940s in a fucking office. You know what I mean? You could slap her on the butt and give her a stick of candy.
I bet there's plenty of people like going through the movie. It's like, oh, it's the typical dumb blonde. Shut the fuck up. Blah blah blah. And then it gets to the end of like, oh, no. Blew up in your face, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the point. She is like a bit of a dumb airhead, but also she did purposely do something very like sly and important.
Sneaky.
Yeah. So we as the audience acknowledge that, but I feel like the movie doesn't really take a minute to make up for all the brushing her off and shitting on her that it did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we know, but I don't think the characters really take the moment to understand that. And I just feel it's a bit mean. Come on, it's supposed to be, you know, what is it like? Being nice is the new punk rock or whatever. It's like, well, fucking be nice to her then. Treat her with some goddamn respect just because she doesn't speak like fucking Albert Einstein. You know, give this fucking woman some props.
Speaking of you doing the punk rock, right? Like, another thing with this guy, that tune has stuck into my fucking head.
Oh, mate.
Like, I do not know.
I was excited that they were going to use the John Williams score. And I didn't like whenever only did it like 2 or 3 times where they put like a pop song into the movie. I thought they shouldn't have done that. I didn't think that worked at all. Even for the Mr. Terrific scene and for the end scene, I thought that was unnecessary. However, on the flip side of that, they fucked up. They fumbled the John Williams score, man. They fumbled it so hard. Like throughout the whole movie, all we hear is the first like bar of it, right? We get that about 30,000 times in the movie. Play the rest of it. Play the rest of it over the credits. I threw up. Just use the score in the whole movie. I tell you what. By the end of it, I'm like, I'm sick. This is one of the best pieces of music ever written. I'm sick of it now. You played the first little bit of it so many times. It's like how if you make a song your ringtone, never make your favorite song your ringtone because it will very quickly become not your favorite song and you'll never want to listen to it again. That's what I felt like with this. Like, I'm sick of it. It just sucked all the fucking meaning and, you know, poignancy out of that fucking music now. And now I'm done with it. It's going to be a while before I enjoy that tune again. And I wish they would just use all of it.
Every time I hear, I'm just a punk rocker, yes I am. I just bop now.
It's a good song. It's a good song, but I don't think it was a weird.
I've got the fucking Spotify playlist up, for fuck's sake.
That
is actually on my phone.
All right. I love that. Last thing, I love that he's saving. Like, we make a point. He's saving kids. He's saving food delivery vendor. You know, street vendor guys. He's saving dogs, mate. I tell you what, the first 20 minutes for the first 20 minutes of the movie, I'm like, I'm not really loving this at all.
Yeah,
and I think it's fine. I'm not really into it.
Mm-hmm.
When he saved that squirrel, I could have fucking jumped up through the fucking. I was like, yes, mate. Fucking get that squirrel.
And everyone's like, so he saved everyone in the vicinity. It's like, yeah, because he.
Mate, anyone who knows me, I fucking love a squirrel. Like, he saved the squirrel. Mad props from me. However,
have you seen the?
Go on.
Going off one quickly. Have you seen the game Squirrel with a Gun?
I've heard of this. It looks amazing.
I
don't think I have anything that I could play it on, but I'm intrigued. I won't.
Yeah.
Right. So he saves the kids, saves the women, saves everyone. Tries to even save the fucking big monster, but the Justice Gang just kill it anyway, which was fine. Like it was sad, but it worked for the movie, right?
How Kal-El was like, we could have captured it, taken away.
And it did establish like the difference between their methodology. I would have liked more of that actually. I think if you had less characters, that's one of the things. You could have had more of that if you had less characters and explore the like the Daredevil Punisher kind of situation, right? You could have really explored the grey area and the politics of like, should we be saving, should we not be saving? Again, with the opening of the movie and the interview with Lois, they open up the whole, should he be crossing borders? And I thought that's a really good question. Like, he's not representing a country or a government. He's just representing, just doing the right thing. We open up that can of worms. We don't really resolve that. I would have liked. I mean, and there's no right answer to that question. I get it.
No, it won't be, and it will be another. It'll be another thing that will come back on in other movies.
I hope so. I hope it's an ongoing thing, especially if they're going to bring in a Batman down the line.
He's got some fucking opinions. You definitely
because in Batman v Superman, one of the main problems, again, not to compare, was like you don't really have the contrast because they're both like murderous dickheads.
Yeah.
Like, so you didn't have the light and the shade. So hopefully we can explore that more going on. But what I wanted to say is he saves the dog, saves the people, saves everyone, right? He's a good man. Fucking throws Ultraman into a fucking black hole, no problem, Joe, don't he? Fucking finishes that bitch off real quick. No thought.
He's a clone and he's been slapping the shit out of the entire movie.
So he's a clone. So what? He's got no human rights. So the fucking kaiju monster gets fucking. He wants to treat that with respect and take it to a zoo or whatever. But a clone of him, he's got no empathy. Throw that bitch into a fucking black hole.
Yeah, because
really, and people moaning about him. He snapped Zod's neck to fucking save people because he had no other options. So that's a problem. But this one, whose only goal was to beat up on Superman, wasn't going to kill anyone else.
Yeah, but the clone knew no different, and he only had commands. So it's just like Lex goes like, "This is one Kryptonian who might be fucking dumber than you are."
Shut it down at the shores where the command center is, and then this guy's not doing anything.
Nah, throw him into a black hole. Fuck him.
No. What I'm hoping, this is what I was alluding to earlier when I said they set up some stuff for other movies or a sequel. What I think would be really cool is if he didn't just die in the black hole. What if he ends up in another dimension, maybe a Bizarro dimension, and when he comes back, he's all Bizarroed up, and then you make him into Bizarro, and he's like, he maybe gets his molecules rearranged so he does the ice vision and the heat breath, and you make him into the DCU Bizarro. If they do that, I will take back what I said, but I don't think they're going to do that, and I think it's bullshit, hypocrite bullshit.
I like that idea.
Yeah, but you couldn't make him like the main villain because we've already had it now. But I would like it if he survives and he's Bizarro or something like that. I think that's cool. Hopefully in the sequel we get Lex in the battle suit. I reckon that's like, I was surprised we didn't get that in this movie because we've not had that in a Superman movie yet, and I feel like that's got to be pretty high up on the agenda. You know,
Superman comes up and fucking tears it like a fucking tin can. Like, get out of it.
Yeah. Anyway, overall, I thought it was fine. I was pretty disappointed. I didn't get any emotion from like the flying. I thought the action, we had one inventive action scene, and that weren't even with Superman in it. Other than that, I don't think there wasn't a lot of energy to the flying or the action, which, considering he's got like every power, like, and James Gunn's a creative guy, that you could have done so much. And we got that one thing where he like spins around and stuff at the end, but it's a little bit too little too late. Most of the movie he's getting his ass kicked. And then when he does finally get to do some real action, it kind of felt a little bit lackluster for me.
I loved the ending, like, especially he was reining his punches. He was knocking a couple of teeth out, and people were going fucking flying. But like, you got the armor to deal with it. You want the heat, you're gonna fucking get it.
That tooth shot was cheap, by the way. That was so cheap.
He slapped the shit out of him.
That tooth punching the tooth out into the camera, that was so tacky and unnecessary.
You've never seen this before.
Do that in like a, I don't know, like a Guardians or like a Booster Gold, or, you know, some other characters. I just felt like for Superman,
Gold.
For Superman, that just felt like low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? But go on, finish. If you've got final thoughts, how about it?
Yeah. Like I said, I thought the beginning of the movie started fucking slow. I had people argue with me, is like, oh, we don't know how he started. It's like, yes, we do. We know how Superman started. We've got so many ways of how Superman started. If you're not, like, go look up every fucking Superman origin story. If you really want to know how he started in this movie, couldn't give a fuck. And
I like how the Kryptonians
start with a fucking origin.
Yeah, I like the Kryptonians having their own language. Thought that was cool.
Oh, Bradley Cooper as
Jor-El, yeah.
Jor-El, no. It's just like, that seemed like a fucking pun, or just like I've got to be in this movie.
I didn't like that casting. I thought it was. There's a million people you could have had in that role, and it didn't necessarily even have to be anyone like famous. But yeah, I didn't think Bradley Cooper for a small little cameo.
Jor-El's supposed to be a fucking badass, and like the top scientist on his fucking planet. Oh look, there's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, I just think Bradley Cooper was probably the most sort of prestigious actor that James Gunn is friends with, that he could get to do it. I don't know. I would have liked. I even thought, like, when I heard the Tom Cruise rumor, and I don't like Tom Cruise one bit, but I was like, if you're going to do a cameo as Superman's dad, that's the guy right there. Like, that would have been Tom Cruise with like a beard. Fucking have it, mate. That would have been cool. Yeah. But I did like that they had their own language, though. I thought that was cool. But if we see more Kryptonians in the future, if we get like a General Zod, are they going to be subtitled the whole time? How are we going to do that? You know what I mean? So I think that would be interesting. Also, how does Superman know the language? If he can only decode that one little bit of the message, how can he speak the whole fucking language? I thought that
universal translator.
Oh, and Superman with these fucking super advanced Kryptonian tech for 30 years hasn't been able to crack the message, but they do it in like 5 fucking minutes. Yeah, whatever. But go on.
With the Kryptonian tech, they got the robots got their ass handed to them by a bunch of metal humans.
And we're supposed to care. We introduced the robots in one scene, and then the next scene, like, or 2 scenes later, whatever, when, you know, not that long later, they're getting murked, and we're supposed to. It's like, give me a few more scenes with the robots, and then have them at the beginning of the 3rd act, like, savagely cut up, and then I might care. But just seeing them once, and then I'm supposed to care, and I don't. And then the next scene we get with them, they're all rebuilt, and he's picked a name. we didn't really. Oh, I want to be Gary. How cute and quirky. Right. It's like we didn't really set up. We didn't really set up that they were worried about having names. You know what I mean?
And
So
how Alan Tudyk is a voice of another fucking robot.
Yeah, Michael Rooker was one of them, and Pom Clementeef was one of them as well.
Yeah.
And I love Pom Clementeef and Michael Rooker. So that was a nice. Those were fun cameos. I like that, but yeah, overall, if I was rating this movie on like 100 out of 100, I would be in the 40s. I think I'm like, it's fine, but I'm like below halfway. So, and I did have an okay time. I didn't hate it. Thought it was fine, but based on that rationale, I'm unfortunately giving Superman toast. I don't want to do it, but that's where I am. But like barely, like a few little things here and there. But I just didn't. The jokes didn't work. The action didn't work for me. A lot of the motivations and the characters were like flat. Even though I loved the performances, I thought the dialogue was flat. The jokes were flat, and yeah, I was a little bit disappointed.
Fuck that! I loved it. I'm on fucking 80%, mate. Literally, it was fucking like CGI, yeah, out the yin yang. But what you expecting for a fucking Superman movie? It was really entertaining. Yeah, it was entertaining from the amount of dog shit I've seen in the last fucking year and a half. Like, wow. I've not seen a movie where it just hasn't happened for a while where I've gone to a movie like, where I came out of the movie like, yeah. I don't even fucking remember the last movie I skipped down the road after the cinema because just what the fuck did I just watch? And
I'll tell you what,
out of that movie like
Captain America. This is better than Captain America 4. I'll give it that.
Oh, I don't even fucking hardly remember that movie.
Exactly.
I was like, this is gonna be good.
But I would still put Thunderbolts over this by miles.
Thunderbolts may be like fucking. It just felt weird.
Just miserable and awkward. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. But so
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
Well, there you go. Superman has X-ray vision, but still has a Scooby-Doo unmasking shot when he's revealed. I mean, that kind of stuff, mate. Exactly that. I mean, maybe you could say that Lex Luthor knows to put lead in the mask or whatever, but they don't really. They don't really do it. I don't know. Yeah. And Lex Luthor doesn't really seem like he's that smart either. He's got money, he's got resources, and
this Lex Luthor.
He's made it. It's amazing he's made it this far with his fucking man baby antics. To be honest, but I mean, for that version of the character, I thought the performance was really good. I just don't know if I love that specific characterization. But I think it's got more potential. To answer your earlier question, it's got more potential than the Jesse Eisenberg version, and it's a little bit. At least it's more focused. Whereas Eisenberg Luthor was sort of like a bit cackly, almost like the Riddler or the Joker in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he did seem like a bit fucking. He was deluded, like almost on the fringe of fucking. Am I insane?
Yeah. He was insane.
We'll find out.
I mean, this one's more like sociopathic than psychotic. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see where the universe goes. I'm really looking forward to Supergirl, even though I didn't like the little bit that I saw in this movie. I really want to see that Green Lantern show because I know it's going to be so different from the Guy Gardner lantern that we saw in this movie. Like, I know it's going to be a different tone to that, but I really would like to see that lantern lore opened up. There's so much potential for that stuff. And
I'm looking forward to Clayface because I really hope this is going to be disgustingly great.
I hope so, but I feel like it's just going to be a diet version of The Substance. You know what I mean? Which is one of the greatest movies ever made, in my opinion.
I feel so sorry for the people at the end of that fucking movie. But you're gonna get covered in a bit of fake blood. Cool.
Yeah. Clean up on aisle. We just shit ourselves. Yeah. Anyway, that's all of that. I will have to say this may be our penultimate episode. Got to do some reworking with work schedules and priorities, and there will still be stuff going on the channel. What that is, I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll both still be around. But we haven't been able to do one of these in ages. The gaps are just erratic and long, and it's just, we're going to take a step back and hopefully come back at some point with, it won't be this show, it'll be other shows, maybe shorter videos, maybe we'll just do trailer reactions. We'll work that out all behind the scenes. The next episode will be Fantastic Four. Pretty perfect way to wrap up, if you ask me. Anyone who knows me,
I think that's nicely, especially like how we grew up, growing up with Fantastic Four comments. You're a major Fantastic Four enthusiast.
I am looking so forward to that movie. I really hope it's gonna be the one, and that comes out in less than 2 weeks, and we will no doubt be covering that ASAP as soon as we've both seen it. And
1 second.
Yeah, you right on the fucking money. Right on the money.
You've got a fucking point there.
and this is from James Gunn, who's supposedly like, oh, I grew up on the Silver Age of comics, like it's in my blood. I love,
I know comics. Look at the things I put in this movie.
He does. I know he does. I'm not saying that he doesn't, because the deep cuts that he did in the Guardians movie, there's some deep cut shit in here with like characters and references. It's like he knows his shit, but they're just this like, did we just phone this script in? Did we just phone this in? Because none of it really holds up to scrutiny. And you could say the same thing about Man of Steel. I don't want to compare, but goddamn, that movie had epic, emotional stuff going on. And it was more concise. The fighting was sick. The flying was sick. Like, I wish there's stuff in this that I wish we had more of. Don't get me wrong. The universe, the characters, the colors, the weirdness, the diversity of everything. Give me the happy
is better
not perfect. Not perfect. Give me what I want. Exactly what I want. That's it.
And people stop. Oh, what's it? Comparing fucking movies to Endgame. Stop it.
If I hear another fucking reaction from any movie that says this is the best superhero movie since Endgame,
just fucked.
Get a new fucking rating system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Endgame ain't even the best. It's just, it had feels because you were waiting for that shit for 15 years or whatever. 10 years. Like
10 years.
It's not there's a lot of questions in that movie, like what fucking AJ's putting up in these. Is it AJ putting up in these comments over here? It's like there's a lot, but I mean, there's always going to be that shit. But if just have a consistent relatable, like emotional core. And this movie does have like a little, but just again, the story was just too scattershot to really have the message like connect. You know what I mean?
I know people want to be kicked in the nuts and then thrown out of their shoes at the same times. Like it's
That's my kink.
yeah, you go in pre-blown, and sometimes that'll put you in a shitty mood, and then you'll talk about it. But I get the movie's not good, like good for everyone. No one has the same opinion. Some people might, but to me, I fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
Is it my childhood? No. I'm just happy there's a Superman movie, and
yeah, I hope it does well, and I hope we can get more. I could care less about Clayface, but you know, I want to see.
I like Clayface.
I want to see a Booster Gold. I really liked Blue Beetle, by the way. I know that's not in this universe, but they might bring him back. I want more of that weird stuff. You know, give me like Dead Man, and you know, give me Swamp Thing, and give. You know, I want to see Zatanna. You know,
I want to see the real life Creature Commandos. I bet they were fucking awesome.
I want more of this stuff. I just,
yeah. Fury
needs to do well.
Fury needs to. Is it not Nick Fury? That's fucking Marvel. Oh fuck me, Creature Commando.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Flag. That's his name.
Rick Flag.
Yeah.
Oh, he was pointless in this movie.
Yeah.
Again, we need more government oversight.
He's supposed to have grey fucking hair.
No.
He was in Creature Commandos. Yeah. Is it place after or before? Yeah, anyway,
before
he's got fucking
I know.
He's got grey fucking hair, and he caught so much shit online because he didn't have grey hair in the movie. Like,
oh, but it's all canon, man. It's all connected. We started a new universe from a fucking building it from the ground up, and it's all gonna matter and be lovely and perfect and all in cahoots with each other.
Well, why isn't your hair grey, cunt?
Let's see. Fucking put some white on it, mate. Moving on. Click a like, click a subscribe, have a share. Like I say, there's still going to be stuff going on the channel. We will always be here for you in spirit, one way or the other. We're in your closet right now watching you click that like. So that sound it should make when you click that like so fucking hard. Okay. We will see you soon enough. Peace.
Bruce.
And RIP to McManus's elbow.
Fuck, that hurts. That weren't funny.